It's time! Destination Quarantine Time! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another Destination Quarantine. This is our third episode, and we are now coming to you via Facebook. This is exciting. It's actually a very different interface. It took me a while to figure out, but it seems to be going well. And we've got our whole let's see, that way, live chat up here, so you can see what all everybody is enjoying about the cast, or not, as the case may be, or making fun of Todd's lack of hair. Whatever you want to do, that's what the chat is for.
Come on, man.
Jude stole it all.
The headphones just amplify it too, just a little bit.
Listen, you guys can try to make fun of my lack of hair all you want, but admit it, I have the best quarantine haircut on planet Earth.
That's accurate.
Yes, yeah, we can't argue with that one. That is true.
Right.
So we have got a great show tonight. Whole bunch of cool stuff. We have none other than barbershop director, judge, virtuoso, master, and also recently Facebook star of Beatles Mania, Mo Field. She's going to be coming up in just a little bit. We also have our very best friends quartet daily special. We can't wait to have them on. They've been excited about it since the first episode. They're usually pretty active in the chat, so we'll
I think they still will be. Just so we know, they still will be active, even though they're on the show.
Oh, I have no doubt they will be trolling us from the chat as they are not on screen.
Daily special accounts for 80% of the comments in the videos. So
we also have a gigantic announcement at the end of the show, so stick around for that. But before we launch into any of those things, let's check in with the quartet. How are we all doing, guys?
Fantastic.
You know,
we
normal.
Still surviving through good old quarantine.
I think surviving's the right word.
How about you, Todd? What have you been up to?
Yeah, you know what? I'm doing my best to embrace it. I figure I've got this strange time. Might as well do strange things. Around the house, I mean, around the house.
Care to elaborate on that?
Home projects and whatnot.
Okay. Tell you what, mind if I show a little bit of it for the audience?
Sure. So I think what you're showing is actually one of our more productive things. But an interesting time to do projects that otherwise go unnoticed. I've actually taken storm windows out of the window frames and washed them thoroughly. We have cleaned pantries. We found food products in the back of a pantry and found a way to use them, even though they're best if used by 2004 and whatnot, but I'm making it work, man. So here's something less disgusting and weird that we've done.
All right, here's
Lamson House.
Here's what the Lamsi have been up to. Doesn't have to be long.
Said one or two, because I couldn't remember. I saw that.
Oh, well, they look like they're having fun.
Yeah, they were at that point. They weren't entirely throughout the whole project, but at the end they were.
I can imagine. All right, well, how about you, Jude? What have you been up to?
Like teaching and trying to stay sane and attempting to become a better person at the same time, trying to learn a lot about things, studying things, making videos, staying busy.
Making videos?
Yeah, a lot of my time is spent creating content for my little kids that I teach. I teach all the way down to first grade, which is awesome, but it's very strange to teach first graders through the internet.
How do you teach first graders through the internet? How does that work?
You have to create things for them that can be replicated over time, because it's really hard to get all of them in front of a screen and have them sit down together at the same time. So often what I do is I create stuff and the kids are able to access it whenever they're able to see it throughout the day.
Gotcha.
So,
any chance maybe I have a video queued up that you sent me?
I mean, there might be, Steve. Do you really have something that I already sent you knowing that this exact thing would happen?
I sure do.
This song is Purple Light. Make sure you're singing after I do. Purple light in the canyon, that's where I long to be, with my 3 good companions, my knapsack, my pony, and me. Whippoorwill in the willow sings a song, a melody for my 3 good companions, my knapsack, my pony, and me. Gonna hang my sombrero from the limb of a tree, or my 3 good companions, my knapsack, my pony, and me. No more cows to be roping, no more strays shall I see, just my 3 good companions, my knapsack, my pony, and me.
I'd say about now, Steve.
Yeah, in fact, you said it's about now, Steve, when you were already live again.
Oh, nice.
That
job,
is
dude.
very
Planned
cool. I gotta tell you, I know I'm like a music teacher and I'm supposed to like be able to play instruments and stuff, but guitar has just always eluded me. Those of you that can play
Hey.
guitar, I can play bass.
Piano, no problem. Guitar, no.
Yeah, good for you, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
It's like 3 chords, but thank you.
Yeah, we'll see an expert guitar player later, so we can both look forward to that. Sam, how about you? What have you been up to?
As I said in the first couple of weeks of these virtual meetings, I've been working on virtual choirs and trying to get my kids from just simply sitting around and doing their work online to actually some kind of performance that we can show out to the public. So last Tuesday, we released our first of the virtual choirs. And my time right now is being spent crafting learning tracks and crafting background tracks and mastering new ones to continue trying to pump these out. But it's a lot of editing, as you know.
Oh, I
for
do.
a very small amount of time.
Absolutely,
if you
it is.
see this clip, it's also the full one's on YouTube.
Well, they haven't seen yours yet. They're about to.
No, they're about to, but if you like it, there's a whole link to it for YouTube.
Oh, it's fantastic. Wait till you see this, guys. It's awesome. Here it is.
Oh, they tell me of a home far beyond the skies. They tell me of a home far away. And they tell me of a home where the storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless days. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. They tell me of a home. They tell me of a home where my friends have gone. They tell me of a land far away, where the tree of life.
That is so cool. Oh my god. I love that. I'm
That's
trying
pretty awesome.
I'm trying to get my students to do it too, my high school students, but man, they don't sound like that naturally. They need some help. That is fantastic. Oh man. I'm this is where the professional jealousy comes out a little bit. Oh my god, that's so cool.
There's a lot of pride in my students after seeing that go up there.
There
There's actually a
should
funny
be.
story. The first time we listened to it, I was streaming it over Google Meets,
Mhm.
and they were hearing it through a bad stream, and
Right.
it was painful.
Oh yeah.
And they all looked at it just like, that wasn't that good. And then I said, go watch it again. And they watched it again. They're like, oh my gosh, okay, we're sorry.
That's awesome. Well, I have been, aside from stuff around the house, I've also been learning how to use all kinds of new software and stuff. And in fact, I've got my own virtual concert thing coming up as well. And I had to learn how to use a whole bunch more stuff with video editing software and make like multi-track videos of all sorts of things, and also learn how to use this. I don't know if you guys are. I know you guys aren't quite marching band guys like I was, but there's a website called Micro Marching that lets you do like drill design. Like it gives you little figures and you can move them around a field and like design like drill for like a marching band field show. I have that as an assignment for a bunch of my students, and they had a bunch of questions. I realized I didn't know how to use it either, so I had to learn how. I decided, what better way to learn how to use all this software than to just do a project of my own? Those of you that watched my learning track video last week saw me recording the barbershop part of this. Check this out. This is what I promised it would sound like. Here it goes. Let me go outside. I've been stuck so long, I'm gonna lose my mind if I don't see the sun. I gotta get outside. Let me go, I wanna go. Let me outside. I wanna go outside. I wanna go outside.
Getting some ambient.
That was super fun.
It's so fun.
Dude, I had a blast with that. My wife did not have as much fun with me recording that snare part over and over and over and over and over again. It took me a few times to get it nice and clean. So anyway, I had a blast with that. We're all doing some fun stuff, and also we're doing barbershop, of course, because that's what we do. But that said, we don't have a new video for you all this week. We all had some other professional responsibilities we need to take care of, but we do have a destination singing video for you this week from before the quarantine lockdown. Actually, it wasn't that long before the quarantine lockdown.
It's just a week or so.
2 weeks,
maybe.
something like
we
that.
We almost got stuck in New York City.
Yeah, we did.
Jude did get stuck in New York City. He's still back
We
there.
left him there. He had to come back with us.
So this was in the for those of you that watched that video we posted of our day in New York City, this is that basement room that we rehearse in when we go down there to rehearse with Jude. And who was that was watching us?
It was
Ashley.
Rachel, my wife, and Ashley and Rachel's friends were there.
Right.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well,
So
they were nice enough.
This video is from them.
They were nice enough to take some video for us, and we decided to hold on to it. And here it goes. This is one of our favorite tunes to sing.
What a sound can the rock while I tell you about a brand new blues. Oh, honey, I've been down to Memphis town, where the people smile on you all the while. Hospitality, they all
that song. That thing's so much fun to sing.
Oh yeah.
It is.
All right, well, we are going to move it on from our quartet to some of our guests. Todd, who do we got coming up here?
Yeah, so next, I'm really excited to get to know her better, or really at all. I've not had the chance to talk to her other than messaging, but she is a classical French horn player, a experience in theater production. She's played bass in bands like funk and R&B and all sorts of stuff. She sings bass in, I believe, 4th place international Sweet Adeline's quartet named Swing Theory. She's a coach, she's an arranger, and she was recently named director of the Great Northern Union Chorus. Check out this intro video for Mo Fields.
Please welcome your mental brain game warm-up, Mo Fields.
Hi, everybody. All right, so I'm supposed to help you with your mental warm-up. How's that going for you so far?
But here's one, my pet, you haven't answered. Here's a question now, my pet, and you haven't answered it yet, not yet. You really haven't answered it yet. No, not yet. How'd you like to love me?
Stockholm, Sweden, under the direction of Mo Field, the Stockholm City Voices Chorus.
One dream, one choice, one heart, one voice. Once in a lifetime, never faded by the thing you know. If I was down the ring, you know what she said, so. She's in love with me and I feel fine. She's in love with me and I feel fine. Yeah.
We're in.
Man, Mo, what a background you have. Tell us a little bit about how, with all that background of music, and I guess your family were musicians too. How did you find barbershop?
Well, I was singing in a what's it called? A musical. You know, that thing that we almost all do.
Yeah.
I was singing in a musical, and it was Carousel, and I was playing Nettie Fowler. So I was the oldest one, so I got the oldest part. And we went out. We went out afterwards for pizza, and then we walked in this pizza parlor. We're sitting down eating pizza, as you know people do. And this table across the way just bursts into song, and they're singing this 4-part harmony. I'd never heard barbershop before. You know, it's a small little pizza restaurant out in Vancouver, BC. And we of course we marched over, and you know their first thought was, "Oh, fresh meat." They can see barbershoppers. You can smell it.
Yeah,
you can smell any interest. It's like, oh. And the first question, of course, was, anybody?
What part do you sing?
Do you sing? Exactly.
Do you sing? Sure. Yeah.
At all, right? So they got us singing a tag, and like 2 weeks later, I joined the chorus, and that, I mean, that was kind of it. But this was back in the day where there were no young people in harmony. You know, if you were under 50, you were game. You know, so there was me, this other chick who was 22, the director who was 34, and then everybody else, you know, and that was it. And we were an anomaly back in the day, but so I stuck with it for a few years. Then I kind of went off and traveled around Europe, busking for a year, hitchhiking around, bumming around. Yeah, it was a good year. You know, I would not recommend doing that now. But it was a good year. I saw a lot of things and met a lot of people and made a lot of music, and you know, every country, and from like right from Scotland to Turkey and everywhere in between. It was great.
And is that how you ended up with the Stockholm Sweet Ads chorus? Was while you were out there?
Oh no, brother, that's a longer story.
Well, we've got like 13 more minutes, so go for it.
Right. Okay,
Well,
well,
hold on.
Yeah.
Kai wants to know what the tag was that sucked you into the barbershop. world.
Yeah, good call.
that was the tag from Glad Rag Doll.
Okay, that'll do it.
Yeah, not a real classic, but it was 4-part harmony.
Nice.
You know, all dolled up in glad rags, tomorrow may turn. Actually, I was singing baritone at the time, and that baritone part was not melodic.
Mhm.
No.
Mm.
But yeah, no, it was good. I really enjoyed that. But I came back from Europe. I went to music college and I studied jazz at college. I made a few attempts, but you know, I have ADHD, so pretty much it's like, yeah, okay, I know enough now. I'm going to go and gig. So I went and, to gig, and I thought, no, I've got unfinished business, and went back to college to study jazz. And yeah, I ended up getting a publishing contract in LA. So that was the end of that. I just decided not to. If I was working, I didn't think that I needed to finish my studies. It was,
Right.
clearly
What were
working
you-
out that I could move on.
What were you publishing in LA? Music?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I was writing for a company there, writing mostly pop music for film, TV, other artists, and myself as well. Put out an album, toured, did all that stuff. And one day I get this phone call. I'm wondering why I'm working so hard. I'm paying agents, I'm paying the band, I'm paying, the record producers, I'm paying the photographers, I'm paying the agents, I'm paying the managers, I'm paying the lawyers, I'm paying everybody. And I'm in this crappy little apartment above a, Chinese, restaurant in Vancouver, like fighting off the roaches. And I'm thinking everybody else is making money. So I'm not really happy. I'm starting to lose my will to live a little bit, writing all this music for all these people. And it sounds glamorous on paper. It was supposed to be. I was going to be a rock star. And then a friend of mine called me and said, hey, I'm kind of nervous. I'm going to go and try for this choir. Can you just come and support me? So I went out to this choir. It turns out it was like the rival barbershop course to the one that I had been in years earlier. And they're like, hey, you're Mo, you sang in freestyle. You're from, Burnaby chapter. And I'm like, which is now West Coast Harmony. Hey, West Coast Harmony. And they got me singing a tag, damn it. And, it's a slippery slope,
Yeah.
Sure
Yeah.
is.
It's a slippery slope, my friends.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about it. And I realized actually, getting back involved in the chorus, I just missed harmony. I missed people. I missed people being real with me. I missed making music because it was a creative inspiration instead of, answering to some suit in LA who's going, I don't hear the hook. It's like, then write the song yourself.
Yeah.
I started to get a little resentful. So yeah, so then I just kind of jumped back into barbershop, and it just swept me back in again. And, there are things that happen to people in barbershop harmony that they discover other things that they didn't know that they could do before, because people help them wake up to what their potential is. And then they make new choices and they meet new people, and it takes them into new places. I was coaching in Europe. I met somebody from Europe. They wanted to get me down to Hawaii to direct a chorus there. I have a British passport. I'm like, I'll move to Sweden. So I moved to Sweden. And as soon as I said I was going to move to Sweden, this chorus was like, will you be our director? And they had like Swedes, an 8-page like dossier for me to fill out. And they'd asked a few other, pretty prominent people, but they voted on me, fools. And then we started rebuilding that chorus.
And did amazing things with them.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It came from rough start. A lot of people say, oh, it was a hand-picked chorus, because a chorus of 38 people can't be that good. It's like, these are average people, in Jim Henry's words, average people doing things excellently together. Yeah. And we worked it up from scratch, my friends. It was not handpicked. We resurrected.
That's the thing. I mean, as I read about you and in just trying to learn a little about who you are, that's the vibe I got from you, is that you're just real, and you like working for real with real people, and it comes through in everything. Talking to you now, it comes through clear as day. So then you went from Sweden back over to North America, and you end up at some point anyway, and you end up singing in, I misspoke earlier, I said a Sweet Ads quartet, but it's a Harmony Incorporated quartet, Swing Theory. and recently, I think in November, named director of the Great Northern Union Chorus.
Yeah, so you just got to do what life presents, and you just don't know. Like I came back to Canada. My partner and I, who's from the UK, we decided to come back to Canada. We weren't sure if we wanted to leave Europe. I had kind of designs on maybe moving to Paris or something, and moving to France. And when you lived in Europe for a long time, it's just kind of like moving to another state or something. It's not really a big deal. I wanted to stay in Europe. But my dad is getting older. My partner is like, I want to, my sister's like, what? You left the chorus? Because it was time for me to go for a host of reasons. And I said, yeah, I did. She's like, just pack your stuff up and just come back and just drop it here and then figure out what you're going to do. And I knew that if I came back to Canada, I'd probably be hanging around for a while. And I wasn't quite ready to come back, but my dad's getting older and a whole bunch of other reasons. So we came back to North America. I continued in the judging program as a candidate, and ended up becoming a certified performance judge in BHS. Yeah, I was at a brigade with a good old friend of mine, Jen Cook, and we were singing. The brigade was singing one of my charts that I'd arranged, "Fly Me to the Moon." It's a straight up jazz chart. It's not barbershop at all. But she did the learning tracks for them. So we said, hey, we've never actually sung together. Let's sing together. She's a lead. And we looked at each other and we're like, are you hearing this? Like we had something cooking, right? So we quick videoed ourselves singing like, what is it? What'll I Do? And sent it off to my partner, who's an outstanding baritone. She's a championship labs champ. And she's probably one of the best singers you'll ever hear. She's fabulous. She woodsheds, sends it back to us, and we're like, we got to form a quartet. Now, Jen lives in Nashville, right?
Okay.
So then we had no tenor. And then suddenly Amy Rose, her quartet broke up, and Jen and I are at her kitchen table one day, and I'm like, you know what? Amy Rose is free. And she's like, Amy. So she calls, she leaves this 5-minute message explaining what I've just explained to you. And Amy calls back. I didn't even listen to all of it. I'm on my way over. She comes over. We Skype Amelia up here in Canada. We decide we're going to form a quartet. We've never sung together. We pick music. We pick rehearsal dates. We book flights. And on her way out the door, she's like, should we sing a 3-part tag? And we're like, yeah, okay, good. And she's on her way out the door. We met for the first time. We were like, let's rock and roll. So 2 of us live in Nashville. 2 of us live in Canada. And we just make it work. We love them.
Another amazing story from Brigade
awesome.
too. Don't want to miss out on that connection. Yeah,
right.
I love Brigade.
If people out there listening haven't been to Brigade, get to a Brigade and just sing with everybody. Just sing.
For sure.
You just don't know. You don't know.
With such a crazy diverse background in music, I have a question that gets asked a lot, but I'm really curious with you what the answer is, which is, what musician, alive or dead, anywhere in the world, any point in time, any point in history, would you most want to collaborate with?
Stevie Wonder.
Oh, of course.
Oh, my God.
That's the right answer.
Too long to answer?
No, that's the right answer.
Yeah. Do you want to think about that for a minute, Mo?
Stevie Wonder, Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Boy, that's great.
Can I tell you? I was just watching a thing with. I don't know if you've been watching any of this stuff that Jacob Collier's been doing, if you're familiar with what.
I'm not.
Oh man.
Ooh,
you have to look him up. It's gonna blow your
Okay.
mind. I mean, he's like 23 or 24. He's already won a bunch of Grammys for just stuff he's done on his own.
Oh right. That guy. Yeah,
yes.
I know who
That guy.
is.
Yeah,
okay,
there you
But
okay.
there's an interview with him, and
Yes.
somebody asked him, like this guy that's like the Mozart of the 21st century, hey, who would you most likely to collaborate with? And he goes, Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder, hands down.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, there's a lot of great musicians out there that I would have loved to make some music with, like Janice Siegel from Manhattan Transfer.
Oh man.
Man, yeah, she's rock and roll. But Stevie, definitely. I mean, Stevie was actually, I'm a bass player. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah.
But I'm actually not a guitarist. I haven't played guitar really for about 20 years. So this is really, the Beatles Today thing is a big challenge for me. But yeah, Stevie Wonder's bass lines, he did a lot of them on keyboard, but him and James Jamerson from, the Funk Brothers from the Motown days, he was a very melodic player, jazz player, played very melodically. If you listen to some of the bass lines on some of the classics, the classic Motown tracks, they're just outstanding. And then Stevie, of course, comes out of Motown as a keyboard player. He's got that influence from Jamerson. He's playing these badass things, you know, on the keyboards. And then bass players start trying to mimic that style that Stevie's bringing in, you know, and I mean, like bass just really exploded. He was really, for a keyboard player, he's one of the best bassists that you can find out there in modern pop R&B.
Yeah. So speaking of your guitar playing and your prowess on that, at least from my point of view,
prowess.
You and Amelia are doing this Beatles a day keeps the doctor away thing, and man, I went down that rabbit hole so fast. I caught one. Actually, my friend Tamara pointed me in your direction. I started watching these things, and I just could not stop watching. Mo, it is one of the best. There's so many musical offerings out there during this period of time, and this one stands out as just being so genuine and authentic, and you're just giving something that I think is, you're doing it for yourselves clearly, but it is so much fun to watch. So we've queued up one from your fifth day, I think, to share with everybody.
All right.
Hey everybody, it's day 5. It's day 5 of the Beatles Drive, keeping the doctor away, Beatles tune a day, and here we are. We're going to do something special. It's actually special. We're bringing it down. We're going to bring it down for those who love to harmonize, right?
It's ballad hour.
It's ballad hour.
This is from, still keeping on the theme of Hard Day's Night. This is from that album. It was originally a B-side. When it was released, it was the B-side to And I Love Her. And it actually didn't do too well when it was released in the chart, like on the charts. It only got to number 53 in the United States.
I can't understand that. It's one of their most beautiful tunes. But anyway, please.
Yeah, only number 28 in Canada. But over in Norway and Scandinavia, where we know that they have excellent taste in just about everything, it actually did go to number 1. So
go Norway.
Yeah, right. Excellent taste.
So let's harmonize away. Guitarists, I will leave the chords in the message for you. Okay? If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me understand? 'Cause I've been in love before, and I found that love was more than just holding hands. If I give my heart to you, I must be sure from the very start that you would love me more than her. If I trust in you, oh please don't run and hide. If I love you too, oh please don't hurt my pride like her. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if I knew love was in vain. So I hope you'll see that I would love to love you, and that she will cry when she learns we are two. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if I knew love was in vain. So I hope you'll see that I would love to love you, and that she will cry when she learns we are two. If I fell in love with you. Thanks, Boo. That was great.
Who doesn't love to harmonize? Who doesn't love to harmonize?
Right? Right? So please sing along with that, and it'll give us joy knowing that you're out there doing exactly that, right?
Yes.
Stay safe.
Sing, learn a new instrument, sing with your family, bake lots of things, do some puzzles.
And love one another.
And we'll get through this.
We'll see you next time. Tomorrow. Bye.
I don't know if it's the music or if it's the way you guys share it and the way you guys share each other and who you are and with the audience, but Mo, it is 100% addicting, and I'm hoping anybody who watches this video goes and subscribes and checks it out every day. It has been an uplifting source for me every day. Clearly this was premeditated for you guys. You sat down at the beginning of the quarantine and said, what can we do daily? We love Beatles, let's do this, right? So tell us all of the thought process that went into how this started for you.
The thought process was, maybe we should, we've got some guitars and some stuff here, and maybe we were singing a song around the house. Maybe we should just go live or, post something up for our friends just to cheer them up today because, we're in lockdown. I had actually just come back from Europe and I was not feeling too well. So I was quarantined and I said, yeah, let's do a little something. And, during the video, the first one that we filmed, I said, yeah, our commitment is going to be that we're going to film a Beatles song a day. And we were just like, yeah, okay, we'll do that. And then we looked at each other and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to have to rest for a day. I hadn't played guitar in almost 20 years. I was like, I'm going to have to put my hand on ice overnight. And, for the first week or so of this, it was like, I'm rubbing in the Voltaren, the ibuprofen, and I'm popping the pills, and I'm like stretching, and I'm like, oh my God, it's just so different than the bass. But I actually haven't been playing my bass for a year either because I just had reconstruction surgery on my right wrist last year. I slipped in some frozen chicken crap and put my hand out, and so I just had this lovely reconstructive surgery recently. So I've been in a full arm cast most of last year, so I haven't been able to play anything. Yeah.
I'm sensing a pattern. I think it was with your Stockholm chorus. I saw you directing with a boot on your foot. So I'm getting a pattern.
I was at Pookie's house. I was at Pookie's. It wasn't me.
So Mo, you have been an absolute joy, and I hope to find a way to bump into you again, because I feel like I could sit down and have a beer with you for a couple of hours and not get bored for a second. But we do wrap up our interviews with five questions. We ask the same ones. These are, don't put any thought into them, just like your Stevie Wonder answer. Just was that behind the scenes? That might have been behind the scenes. Either way. Oh no, that was live. So answer just like that. Whatever the first thing is pops to mind.
All right.
What is your favorite word to sing?
Favorite word to sing?
Mm-hmm.
Love.
Who is your absolute number one barbershop hero?
Bob Hodge from the Most Happy Fellows.
Interesting choice.
Cool.
Where is your favorite place that you've ever sung, either alone or with a group or whatever?
The Superdome in New Orleans.
That's two.
That's fun.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
One superpower, what would it be? Okay. Well, okay. Well, just one?
Just one.
I could use a few, actually. I'd have to say if I had one superpower that I had to choose, it would probably be the ability to stay more organized.
Okay.
But I've never seen like more organized, superpower.
Organization man.
Yeah. What is Marie Kondo?
Not that. Well, no, I can do that. That's not organized. That's just like not sloppy. Like, I mean, like, I don't know. It's a deep well. I think you need more time than you've got today.
We'll have to talk to some comic book makers about that.
I would say the ability to make peace.
Okay.
There you go.
And and what is your favorite key to sing in?
Depends on the song. possibly E or F.
Yes, F. F for the win.
Sharp.
No.
F sharp.
We'll call it E. We'll go with your first instinct on E. Mo, thank you so much for joining us. I hope everybody checks out The Beatles a Day with Mo and Amelia. It is an absolute joy.
Please do. We're probably gonna have I'm designing some T-shirts for it. And
yes,
cool.
Do it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I've got the design on the back. So.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks,
Mo.
Stay safe, folks. Stay safe.
Thank you, Mo.
Bye.
Well, we are gonna move it on here. We've got some, as we do every week, we've got some barbershop trivia for you. This one's going to be a little different. It's not about medals or placement or anything like that. This one is, what is the highest grossing movie of all time to feature a registered barbershop quartet? Now, I don't mean they just like put something together for the sake of doing the movie. I mean, it was an actual existing quartet that they went out and got to have in the movie. Chat, this is on you guys. We're going to give you a few minutes to see if you can figure it out. Isaac's first guess is the obvious one that I think probably most people would think, which is Music Man, but nope, it is not. Music Man is way, way behind. American Harmony is another guess. That is that one came from Kai. So that was, if you haven't seen it, incredible documentary. Came out, when did it come out? Like 2009, something like that. It was focused on barbershop quartets in the 2006 international season. And we have a winner. Bill Sellender guessing Good Will Hunting. It is, in fact, Good Will Hunting. With, I believe it was 225 million in gross or something like that, but it's in like the top 50 of all time. And it not only featured a barbershop quartet, but it featured a Northeastern District barbershop quartet. Here's the clip. Check it out.
Oh, what's up? You still tough? Come on! Come on, that's a shot. Come on.
I'd hold you forever here in
Professor Lambeau? Yes? I'm in your applied theories class. We're all up at the math and science building.
Come here. It's Saturday. Unless you want to have a drink with me tonight.
Maybe. We just couldn't wait until...
There it is. Kind of a very, very short moment in there, but man, that was a big one. That's right, Northeast Connection. It said it at the beginning of it. I was just sent a few videos by Dan Washington, so I've got some vintage Northeast Connection for you guys in a moment here. Actually, from the year they won, I believe they were hired into that movie when they were the reigning champion. Very, very cool to see a quartet pop on screen in like a major, major blockbuster movie like that, and do us proud. Sound pretty good too. Yet another feather in the cap for the NED. Yes. So here is from Friday night of their 1996 champion set. Here is Northeast Connection.
When I hear Dixieland jazz and razzmatazz, I long to hear piano roll blues. I want to hear it again. I want to hear it again. The old piano roll blues. We're sitting at an upright, my sweetie and me, pushing on the pedals, making sweet harmonies. When we hear rinkety-tink and we hear plinkety-plink, we cuddle closer it seems. And while we kiss, kiss, kiss away all our cares, the player piano's playing razzmatazz. I wanna hear it again, I wanna hear it again. The old piano roll let me hear piano roll. Razzmatazz, how I love that Dixieland jazz. I wanna hear it again. I wanna hear it again. The old piano roll blues. We're sitting at an upright, my sweetie and me, pushing on the pedals, making sweet harmony. When we hear rinkety-tink and we hear plinkety-plink, we cuddle closer, it seems. And while we kiss, kiss, kiss away all our cares, the player piano's playing Razzmatazz. I want to hear it again, I want to hear it again. The old piano roll blues, piano roll blues. Oh, won't you play? Please won't you play it? Please don't delay it. Why don't you play those low down blues? The old piano roll. Razzmatazz.
Oh man, I love that quartet. And those guys are they're at all the NED events. You should go next time if you haven't. I'm sure they don't get tired of hearing how great they were in Good Will Hunting. You should definitely go bother them about that. So anyway, that said, we now have our quartet guest for this evening. Sam, who do we got?
You know them, you love them. We have Daily Special to join us tonight for our time. So let's watch a little intro clip and get Daily Special in here.
Singing on my glowing, blinding, shiny teeth, oh yeah. My shiny teeth that twinkle just like the stars in space. My shiny teeth that sparkle, adding beauty to my face. My shiny teeth that glisten just like a Christmas tree. You know they'd walk a mile just to see me smile. My shiny teeth and me. My shiny teeth and me. My shiny teeth and me. Shiny teeth. Watch them shine. Watch them shine.
All right, welcome back to a little bit of time with Daily Special. Hey guys, welcome.
Hey, love those guys.
Hey, Chad.
Thanks for coming on tonight. It's
Hi, guys.
great to have you here.
Hope to be here.
Hi, Chad.
Hi, Isaac.
So we got a few questions for you tonight, so you can tell us a little bit about yourselves and maybe find out some secrets of Daily Special and how we can really gain from that and get better ourselves. So the
Lots
first
of
thing I'd like to ask you is, it says a little bit on your website, but how did you guys get started? Like, what was it that you meet and decide to sing together?
So I'll field this one. So we're like a maybe third version of an initial quartet called Last Chance. Kai and I sang in that. It was a collegiate or youth quartet back in the day. I was moving to Boston, and Kai and I had never met, but we like knew each other through a friend of a friend, like on the internet. And he found a video of my college quartet and was like, "Hey, do you want to be in a group?" And I was like, "I've never met you, but probably." And we met up and we duetted. I think like "Bright Was the Night" or something like that. And it was like, okay, this
Probably.
could work. And then we the other two guys were sort of waiting in the wings. And then at some point, the tenor Antonio Lombardi moved away to follow his dreams. We picked up Isaac. And then John Castangwe moved away to follow his dreams. We picked up Ben. And we feel really great about this combo. We love singing together. We love each other. And it feels really special.
Heyo.
He used the magic word. All right. So now that the current group is together, what would you say are some of the quartets that have been the biggest influences for this group of guys?
Ben, you want to take this one?
Oh boy. Ben, you take it.
Yeah. Taking it? All right.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Bill Sellender says, back in the day, Chad, what are you, 18? That was last week for you.
Practically 30, okay?
I'm the oldest one in the quartet, so.
He's actually basically 30.
Sorry, Ben.
Tell us about quartets.
Yeah, there's lots of quartets that have influenced us in various ways, and others can chime in. A couple like current quartets that we definitely look up to are, we love Gimme 4.
Yeah!
They're like, we met them a couple years ago. We were at this Mid-Atlantic festival youth thing that like they put together, and they were just like the best guys and such a cool quartet. Young Guns are a huge inspiration. They're just like so incredibly authentic and just really awesome to watch. Anyone else want to chime in?
Yeah, I just want to generally say that like I think we're really inspired by quartets who not only sing really well, but also really connect naturally and authentically with audiences on and off stage. So like Ben mentioned, we love Gimme 4, and one of the things we loved about them was that like they put together this awesome event for youth, and they were not the teaching quartet. They were not like the ones sort of in the front on stage getting the glory. They were the administrators, and they like put it all together because they were like, no, we're going to get somebody even better than us. That was After Hours, who they got to be the teaching quartet that year. So they were like, no, we're going to put it together and let somebody else shine. Just totally service oriented. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. So when we're not in social distancing and we can actually be in the same room together as everybody, are there any rehearsal traditions that take place inside of the daily special rehearsals? Any things that are just like, they happen, fun rehearsal traditions that always happen?
I mean, Taco Bell happens a lot. I gotta be honest.
After every rehearsal.
Yeah. I don't know.
As long as it's after rehearsal,
not before.
Yeah.
That's key.
If we did it before, it does not go well. We tried it a couple of times, and we couldn't stay in the same room.
I'd never had Taco Bell in my life before I joined this quartet.
And now he's addicted. I mean, it's just like...
Ben, you drove to go get Taco Bell a couple of days ago, right?
Already driving by one, and how was I going to stop?
See, Gordita Crunch, they got like an infinity of those inside, like where you're supposed to do it.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. So, speaking of, we were talking about tags before. Is there a tag that you would consider to be your tag that you sing at the end of rehearsals or anything like that?
Yeah, it's funny.
Sorry,
because it's one of the things that we've actually talked about recently was we don't really sing tags very often. Like the only tags we really know are the tags from our songs that we like sing together often anyways.
I wonder if that would be the case. Like I actually thought about that being the case because we don't really do that as much, and we don't have one that's necessarily what we sing each time. So therefore, I'll change the question around. Do you have a favorite tag to sing from your pieces?
I do.
Well, then go down the line.
I love The Climb. That's my favorite tag that we do.
Nice.
Can you guys sing it for us now?
I mean,
yeah, sure.
One of the best things about the Climb tag is when you sing it without singing the rest of the song first.
Yeah.
When your voice is totally fresh, you just crush it, and it's incredible. At the end of a song where you're belting the whole time, it's like, well,
that would have to be the lead that says that. It would have to be.
Always is.
Chad, thank you.
Yeah. I know we're on the same wavelength here, Jude. It's a struggle.
I don't know what they're talking about, Kai. Just like,
yeah.
It's easy. What's the problem?
It's easier after the song,
it's
right?
way easier after the whole song to sing it back.
I mean, Kai's got a high post on that one, so.
Now here's a heady question for you. Is there a song that you guys really like to sing, but you don't feel like audiences like ask for it as much as you like to sing it?
Good question.
Kai, this is all you, dude.
Yeah.
It's probably one of your arrangements, so.
Oh, no! Nice.
Damn, Isaac.
No, it's weird. Kai's arrangements are
because
our
most of our
audience's
songs.
favorites.
Yeah,
know,
seriously,
right?
the request
All right.
Kai is for us.
Statistically,
He gives us
Most
all the
of our
good ones
songs
and
are
gives
your
you guys the
arrangement.
crap.
I mean, we have a few sort of pretty heavy emotional ballads that are often just too much for to sing back to back in an audience. So any of those, we don't often get requested to sing those, but we just love the heavy emotional ballads like "Proud of Your Boy" or "The Climb" or "It's You I Like." We'll usually put one in a set, but we wish we could just sing them all most of the time.
I think
Absolutely.
that's tough. Like in a barbershop contest setting, people are expecting you, because you only have 2 songs, to come straight out of the gate with like full guns blazing in terms of whatever you can do. And if you're on like a longer show set, putting a really emotional, like taxing song in the middle is tough for the audience and tough for us as a quartet.
Yeah.
And so that's always the debate, is like, okay, which is the like heavy hitter that we put on like song number 4 of 10? Like which is that song? And we can never pick. So
Yeah.
Well,
that
speaking
challenge.
of "It's You I Like," you guys were just at International singing that one, right?
yeah, not too long ago. It feels like a long time
Last-
and not at all. Long
It's
time.
so long ago.
So long ago. Back when we could go outside.
Well, audience, Daily Special sent us this video. Sorry, Sam, I'm taking your job a little bit. Daily Special sent us this video. If you haven't seen this, you have to see it. This ballad is fantastic. Here we go. So this is from International this past year, which is the closest we're going to get to International this year. Here we go.
If you're ever feeling blue, just remember I like you. If you need me, I'll be there through it all. Doesn't matter if you're tall or short or big or small. That's not what makes you special. Not at all. It's you I like. It's not the things you wear. It's not the way you do your hair. But it's you I like. The way you are right now. The way down deep inside you. Not the things that hide you. Not your toys. They're just beside you. Beside you. But it's you I like. Every part of your smile, your eyes, your feelings, whether old or new. I hope that you'll remember, even when you're feeling blue, that it's you I like, it's you yourself, it's you. Every part of your smiles, your eyes, your feelings, whether old or new. I hope that you'll remember, even when you're feeling blue. That it's you I like. yourself, it's you. It's you I like. It's you. Keep on being
And we're back.
Oh, that was awesome. Really, really fantastic, guys.
I
We
love
have a
that
couple
chart.
crazy questions to finish up your little segment
Wait.
of this, and then turn it back over to Steve.
Sam, they changed costume.
Yeah, we got our matching daily special
Look at
pajamas
that.
here.
They are wearing daily special pajamas, and Isaac
did that
still has a
happen?
see-through area of his
Yeah,
heart.
it's that size.
Okay, what is the craziest non-musical thing you have done as a quartet?
Non-musical thing.
There's got to be something.
This is for real. We didn't get these questions ahead of time.
No, that's not fair.
Oh, we did.
I mean,
I
we
think the big
go to
long
Taco Bell and sing.
Oh,
Okay, we'll
All right.
take Taco Bell serenading as
Sure.
your answer there.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
here's the question of questions. And Todd definitely gave this one as far as a nice little suggestion of a question.
Oh,
If
man.
you had to assign a member of Daily Special with a member of Destination as prom dates, how would you assign the pairings?
What is a great question?
This is Chad.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I can't be the one to answer because then I just go on a date with whoever.
Ben
I
has to
want
answer it, right? Wait, Sam, did you tell Ben to answer it?
No, I just put that out there. So
Oh.
how's it gonna go?
Well, it's definitely Chad and Jude.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm glad that we're
Yep.
feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Todd
Zoom,
because
it's
chorus directors.
crackling right now. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
I hoped you'd picked me, Kai.
Oh, of course, Todd.
All right,
Yeah.
Isaac. Who's got who?
I love you guys.
There's no
I'm
wrong
feeling
answer.
Steve.
There
and
is no
Isaac
wrong answer.
for
I
some
go with
reason.
Steve. Yeah.
That would, yeah, they
I
both
got
have
you, Ben.
similar
I
sense
got
of
you, Ben.
humor.
Yep, agreed.
Yep,
Yeah.
this
There
works.
we go.
We would still not hate each other at the end of the night.
We would show up
Great time,
all the
great time.
people at proms. Our couples would be the best.
Uh-oh.
Chad, I'm
Oh, yeah.
down.
Great. I mean, think about the dance circles.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Let me know when
Yeah.
prom is. I'm there.
Yeah, yeah. I've got a couple gowns I've been saving just for such an occasion.
Thank goodness.
Good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that's the question. Who wears the gown? Dibs for one. Sorry, Steve.
I think you should just roll the dice and see who shows up in what.
Sure.
Okay. Well, before you guys head out, we have got a game for you. All right. We're going to do a super, super quick caption contest. So I am going to throw a picture into the chat here so you guys can look at it, and I'm going to put it up on the stream for everybody on the stream to see. Here's the
So
picture.
excited for this.
Caption, go. Oh, what just happened? Hey, don't share your screen with us. Stop it. Stop it. Stop screen sharing.
Isaac, turn it off.
I did. Sorry.
Oh, it's this
I
cat.
didn't know.
Okay.
Don't click on the link in the chat. Just FYI.
In case you haven't noticed,
What?
we're not very clever at talking, so this is going to be a challenge for us. This is good. This is good.
All right, 10 seconds left. This is lightning
Define
round.
amphibian.
Something dark side. I don't know.
I know what you're trying to get us to say, Steve, but
I'm not trying to get you to say anything.
What?
No.
If anybody in the chat has a good caption,
Chat.
feel free to put it out. Okay, here we go. Here's round 2.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh man.
It's
Here
so
we go.
stressful.
Do we get to go through that thing where Isaac shares the screen and stuff again?
No, please don't do that. Here we go. Here's round 2. Round 2.
Okay.
Bam.
You know, we have to like copy and paste the link
Yeah.
over to a browser.
Each time.
This makes a lot of sense to me. I feel like it's indicative of a lot of problems in our society right now.
Too many words.
This is a long caption.
I mean,
I was forming it.
All I can think right now is I feel like I'm Santa and Isaac is the penguin. I don't know why. But Isaac is like, how did I get here? And I'm like, how did I get here?
Well, I think it's a sign of the times, but the first thing I thought when I saw this was, well, at least they're social distancing.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Last round.
She's canceled.
Last round. Here we go. Put it in the chat for you guys. There we go. And for the audience, here we go. Here's round 3. Bam.
Okay.
So much copy paste there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And this is kind of dark.
When they let Kai drive.
That's real.
Too real.
Yeah.
How do I get my car painted in that color?
For real.
Paint?
Daily special road trip gone wrong.
There you go.
Get a trombone and just the wah, wah, wah.
Taco Bell drive-through. I think that's my favorite.
Taco Bell drive-through.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
That's pretty good.
All right.
Robin.
Okay. Well, we've got one more song from you guys and then a big ol' announcement. So we want to take a look at this last one. This is our guest performance for the evening. Now, I don't think a lot of people have seen this, have they?
No, probably not. I mean, we don't sing this song a lot anymore. This was one of our favorites a couple of years ago. This was at like sort of an intimate send-off performance for one of the choruses we love, Coastline Show Chorus.
Nice. All right, here we go. Take it away.
If I were a rich man with $1 million or $2, then I'd live in a penthouse room with a view. And if I were handsome, his dreams do come true. Still, I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. Wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. Oh, I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. Oh, I wouldn't have nothing. For years I have envied your grace and your charm. Everyone loves you, you know. Yes, I know. But I must admit it, you always come through. Still, I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. Without you, oh, you and me together. That's how it always should be. One without the other don't mean nothing to me. Nothing to me. Oh, I wouldn't be nothing if I didn't have you. I wouldn't know where to go, wouldn't know what to do. I don't have to say it, 'cause we both know it's true that I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. Still, I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. Still, I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. Wouldn't have nothing, wouldn't have nothing, not a thing without you. One more time, just one more time now. I don't have to say it, 'cause we both know it's true. Still, I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. Hey, I know that means you, Bob.
Oh, I love that song. That's such
It
a
is
great
great.
chart. And there's another costume change. Oh my God, you guys.
You guys
What is going on?
It's so much. It's great.
We don't have a lot going on right now.
At At least it's additive costume changes and not subtractive costume
Oh,
changes.
no, good point. I guess they would have been just as easy, but
Yes, it really would have been just as easy.
All right.
for us.
Lightning round. 5 questions.
That's
Here we
why
go.
we're not going to do another video because you just have more clothes. Okay, lightning
How many more
round.
clothes?
Favorite word to sing? Go.
Bop.
Bop for sure, or Squeedly Bop, the extension.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
a long one. Okay,
Squeedly
favorite
bop.
place you have sung?
The
Mormon Tabernacle. Yeah.
Gotta be
Oh.
the Tabernacle.
Your number one barbershop hero?
Tony Colosimo.
Tony Colosimo, yeah.
That's the dude.
Okay.
What's your one superpower?
Oh, what is our superpower?
No, what would you like?
Oh, okay. Cool.
Probably copycat ability.
Like to
And
copy
Ben
other
also said
superpowers?
time travel in our chat earlier
Yeah,
so that we could
time
rehearse
travel
more.
is the-
That would be great because then we could just have all the time we want to sing together and not have it get in the way of everything else.
Ironically, I just did an anti-copycat of Isaac by saying a different superpower.
Nice.
Nice. And
That's not how that
finally,
works.
there are correct answers and there are wrong answers.
You're
in this
so
one.
right, Sam.
What's your favorite key to singing?
Let's say it
F
together.
sharp.
1, 2, 3.
2, 1.
F sharp.
F sharp.
Oh, God, you guys are all wrong. We're not friends anymore. Okay.
Like probably more than half of our songs.
I prefer G flat.
All right. Well,
No.
guys, we're going to have to wrap up the stream in a minute here. Thank you so much for coming on. Thanks to Mo for coming on. But before everybody leaves,
No
we have
rules.
2. I teased that we have a big announcement. It turns out we actually have 2. So, big announcement number 1. Next show, so 2 weeks from today, Destination Quarantine is going to be featuring none other than OC Times. They are going to be coming on, and all 4 of them, we're going to get to hang out with them for the whole hour. We got a whole bunch of fun stuff planned. I can't wait. You should totally tell everybody to show up. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have a ton of fun. They are the best.
They're way
So-
more famous than us.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. Come on.
We'll be there in spirit in the chat.
We will be bogging down the chat.
So that is announcement number 1, and we're going to start posting that everywhere. Announcement number 2, I think my quartet doesn't even know about this. This just got locked down yesterday. So you all heard that the district contest is canceled in the fall, unfortunately.
The district contest in the fall is just not being held in St. John.
Oh, yes, that's right. It's not necessarily totally canceled. It's just up in the air. It's just not going to be in St. John. That said, we're also not having these spring contests. But Sweet Adelines did an event last weekend that I was quite inspired by. If you didn't see it, they did a quartet festival thing where everybody sent in videos of and said, hi to the region and all that kind of stuff, and it inspired me to create an event for us as well. But rather than just being a say hi, we are going to, and I talked to the district and I have their backing on this, and I'm reaching out to Region 1 and Harmony Inc. Area 2 as well to try to put this all together, see if everybody wants to collaborate. We are going to be doing our first virtual barbershop contest. Now, so here's how this is going to work. This is nothing official. This is not going to be for qualification or real scores or anything like that. This is just for fun. But it is a video contest. So every quartet will get to send in a video of a song, 2 to 5 minutes-ish. The idea would be that it should be 4-part harmony. So no instruments, no adding lots of extra voices. It should be something that could be sung live. So the question that I've already gotten a couple of times as I've been working on this is, what are you going to do about production? Like using Melodyne and things. And there's no way to avoid that, so let's just embrace it. We're all going to make really cool videos. Just try to keep it something that could be done live, possibly, right? Don't Melodyne yourself up to a F-sharp 8 or something that's humanly impossible to sing.
Good note.
Right?
Good note.
Isaac sings that note all the time anyway, so
I know.
we can't get him to stop.
There will be the other piece of this. We're gonna have some cool commentators in between. I've got don't have it locked in yet, so I can't announce anything, but I think you'll be very happy with them. I've got support going all the way up to the to the society headquarters on this one. So I think we're going to get some pretty cool people announcing. We also are going to, this is not just like purely performances. It is going to be scored, but it is going to be scored by the audience. Everybody is going to have, there's going to be a form to fill out. So kind of like American Idol where you get to vote, except instead of voting, you're actually giving a score from 1 to 100. And each quartet's score will be an average of all of the audience scores that put in a score for them. So it is the virtual, there will be a whole bunch more details that come out about this over the next week or so. Like I said, it literally just got locked in yesterday. Like I literally just bought the domain name for this thing like a couple hours ago. So I'm going to get all of the info out for this as quickly as I can so people can start submitting their videos. We've got the date set for, put it on your calendar, May 29th. So that is Friday, about 5 weeks from now. So you'll have 3.5 weeks to get your videos in, and then I'll have a week to get everything put together, and this will all be done via live stream. There will be links to go in and vote. We are going to have a blast. This will be open to any registered quartets or prior like region district winners. If they're not like, if their registration isn't current but they've like won, that would work. So in the interest of everyone in harmony, this will be Northeastern District, Sweet Adelines Region 1, and Harmony Inc. Area 2. So that is to say New England and the area for all of the 3 barbershop societies. If you are interested in competing, stay tuned to the Books of the Face, and I will be putting all sorts of info up about that, and I am super excited, and I think it's going to be a good time. Yay, virtual contest. We can actually...
How do you have time for this? I don't understand.
Quarantine.
He's a committed man.
Quarantine. You saw that drumming video I did earlier. This is what I do. I do weird stuff like this. It's kind of my life.
I assume that took you like half an hour.
So we are going to have a blast. Tune in for that. Thank you all so much for tuning into the broadcast. Come back in 2 weeks for OC Times. And we're missing one thing on this broadcast. You guys haven't gotten to see your virtual tag that you all sent in your recordings for. So here we go. We're going to send it off to the virtual tag. Thank you, Daily Special. Thanks, Destination. It's been fun. And thank you, chat. We will see you all in a couple of weeks. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
To my beautiful life goes.